Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the best Tier 10, the FV217 Badger. I know that I talk about tank destroyers as being the worst class in the game, but that's specifically the glass cannon of tank destroyers. Vehicles like the Grill, vehicles like the 4005, that don't have the opportunity to frontline and use their armor and DPM on their opponents. The Badger has armor. The Badger has DPM. It has mobility, and there's really no downside whatsoever for this vehicle. It is currently the #1 performing tank, period, in statistics, and that is because it just has everything going for it. Wargaming basically said, before update 9.1, what are the downsides with the Badger? Poor traverse speed? Well, let's fix that. Poor track wheels? Let's buff that. DPM that's not as high as the 263? Let's buff that. I personally believe all the Badger really needed was an accuracy buff and a DPM buff. That's what I've talked about in the past. I think it's really just the guns on movement dispersion that really hurts the vehicle. This tank has good aiming time. It has decent dispersion at .317, but its overall on movement dispersion is awful. When shooting on the move with this tank, it feels like terrible. And you might be saying, well, why are you shooting on the move? Isn't this like a hull down TD that you're sitting still in? Well, yeah, except for the fact that this tank's not very fast. So a lot of the times when you use it, opponents that are backing up from you when they see you, you have to kind of turn your vehicle to constantly shoot at them because you don't have a turret, you know, those kinds of problems. And they're fairly common things that happen with the Badger. So maybe you'll see the gun act up a bit wonky here and there as we play it, but it's not too much of a problem anymore because you got so much DPM you can just go boom, 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 and keep shooting at your opponents. So, as you can see, we are climbing up mid-hill. This is a very aggressive thing to do and a very risky thing to do, but I very clearly know that the majority of the enemy team is down below. So what that means is we can just sit right here, and we can basically just push their team off the hill, hopefully. Yep, there you go. Nice shot into the enemy TVP. That STB is a little bit of a threat, but as you can see, he's not looking at me, which means I'm just going to ignore him for now. We're going to start aiming on vehicles like this Kron. There you go. Nice shot. Okay, if that STB starts to poke me, I will start to look at him. But for now, we're just absolutely smoking these guys. There you go. Another nice shot. I mean, this is just where you really can't fight the Badger. Because, sure, this type, he'll probably pen me for 380. And I'll bounce his upper plate because apparently heavy tanks have that much armor now. But that's all fine because this time we're just going to load premium and then back up. And we'll angle it a bit. He probably won't pen me. He didn't. There you go. Because our reload's so fast. And then we'll just get shot in the rear by the STB, get lit on fire. But I've already done my job. Let's turn our vehicle this way. And perfect. Get a nice bounce from the STB. Then we get a nice pen into the turret of his vehicle. And we keep on driving. This is literally just the Badger's playstyle. It is chase the enemy until they can't run anymore. And let's go for an HE. Oh! 688 damage. Yeah, that's gotta hurt you, bro. Then over here, we have the TVP. Another very, very deadly vehicle. We're gonna aim in an HE on his tank. Get a nice 585 roll. And I very clearly see this STB is now trying to go towards us. But we got so much traverse speed, this guy really can't. He has no opportunity here. So all we need to do is keep on backing up. And, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to back up this far. But it's fine. We just need to get in the cover like this. Start turning towards the enemy TVP. And at this point, I think we're honestly fine. I don't know how they would try and counter me because I got so much traverse speed again. So there you go. We're fine so far. TVP really can't do anything to me. STB can't really do anything to me. That guy's dead. STB's going to be dead in just a second. And even if he's not from that guy, I will just shoot him if he backs off the hill. But our Progetto is going to have a shot in just a second. And there you have it. So this is a weird battle. I mean, I say that literally every time. That's like my newest quote. Weird, cringe, you know. But in all seriousness, like, this was a crazy game. We were able to sit on that hill for the majority of the battle, and we still, by the way, have 500 hit points left. It's not like we're low on hit points. We've been able to do just a really solid job demolishing the enemy. And after that, we nuked the STB. We also, oh, that's a healthy E4. I don't think we'll get any damage into him because, I mean, we have a Progetto pushing him, but it's possible that the E4 is smart enough to look towards the Progetto, so maybe we'll get some damage out. I don't know. Oh, come on. Yes, fire! No! I aimed in just a little bit too long to try and pen the shell. I mean, it's fine. Our Progetto's going to get one shell into the guy, and I'm not really sure what he's doing on his maneuvering here, but we're fine. It's a win. There you go. E4 misses. Progetto finishes him off. I should have fired a little bit sooner. I was just kind of hoping that we could actually, you know, accurately connect the shell into the E4. But we did pretty solid. I would say that we did upwards of 3,000 plus damage. Let's see. Yeah, 4,130. Thing about the Badger is that after Wargaming buffed the DPM on this vehicle, you really just get out damage like crazy. You don't realize how much damage you've dealt until the game ends and you're like, wow, I dealt 4,000 damage. And that was definitely one of those games. I kind of thought I dealt upwards of 3,600, but no way did I think I did 4,000 damage. But when you think about it, what? I got 1 shell into the Kron, 2 shells into the Type 71, 2 shots into the STB-1, and then we got a shell into something else that was up on the medium hill. Then we got the TVP. I mean, once you start counting up the shots you fire, it really does make sense. So here we go. What do we have up against us? We have a mouse. That's just free damage. The mouse is literally just a bunch of HP for me to shoot at. Tank destroyers. They do have a Hori. Very, very scary tank to fight. They also have a grill and a 268. They got some deadly tank destroyers. I mean, sure, the grill might not have the best DPM, but it still does have pretty good accuracy, like best accuracy in tier 10, which is something that you do got to be worried about when using a vehicle like the Badger. 4-202 off to the side and the 1-2-1 in front. I'm not really too cautious about these tanks because, I mean, what are they going to do to me? They can't pen me hull down. The only way that these vehicles can pen me is if they have my armor exposed, although there is a Hori. Boom! A free shot into you. Let's back up, make sure that this 1-2-1 has no chance of penning me. As you can see, he just looked at me and he was like, yeah, no thank you. Let's aim it on the 4-2-02, get a nice premium shell into his turret. I always fire premium at those types of opponents just to make sure that they do end up penetrating. But there you go. Grill not only pens me, but basically max rolls me for 770. I always talk about this, but Wargaming nerfed the alpha on the grill, and then for some reason I always get pens for like 700 by them anyway, which I'm like, well, what's the point of having the nerfed alpha? All right, let's get that right there. That right there is the example I was talking about earlier. Remember how I said the gun on this tank really likes to miss easy shots of vehicles that are like right in front of you? That right there is the moment I was trying to explain. It's just the Badger gun does not like anything that is not fully aimed in. That's as simple as it gets. It will miss literally everything. So just keep that in mind. If you ever drive the Badger, do not snap your shots. They will miss. It's that simple. Now we got the 50B right here. And because we're so close to the enemy, at this point, there's not much for me to worry about on, you know, terms of missing shots and stuff like that. We got the Hori right off to the side, and I mean, the Hori can be a deadly tank, but right now we're aiming on this mouse. There's a nice pen. I obviously don't want to be hit by the Hori, so I'm just going to drive up this way, and that way the Hori can't shoot me. And then we also have enough pen to just butter straight through this mouse's upper plate, because it's a mouse, and for some reason, Wargaming gave it no armor. Unfortunately, my VK kind of went in front of us there, but let's just get another nice shot into the mouse. Let's put on our adrenaline, and if we fire one more shell into his lower plate, never mind. I was going to say if we pen one more, we'll do 4K, but we still did 3,700. This is just the Badger. I mean, these games are super easy, and you don't realize how much damage you've dealt until you literally just pull out the end game results, and you're like, wow, I did 3,800. This is definitely just the best tier 10. It's that simple. This is the best tier 10 in Blitz. I don't even think it's an opinion. I just think after how easy it is to do in this tank, it's just really a fact at this point. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh boy.